Hello, this is Goomzilla, and this time we're going to make a Bob-omb plush. I'd say the difficulty this time is medium, so if you thought Yoshi, Toad or Francis looked too hard, this is perfect for you. The colours of Bob-ombs have changed a lot over the course of the Mario series, so you have a fair amount of choice. The template gives the colours which I've decided to go with. A black body, orange feet, a yellow key at the back, a light blue top, and white eyes and fuse. You'll also want a needle and thread in black, white, yellow and orange, or other colours if you changed it. Then also scissors and nail scissors, pins and stuffing. Get the template from the link in the description. Cut out every shape one by one, and then pin them onto the given colour of felt. Cut out the correct number of each piece, as stated on the template. Use the nail scissors for the smaller shapes. On the top piece, you'll have to cut out a hole in the middle. Cut into the middle of the felt with nail scissors, and go around the circle as close to the edge as you can. This can be quite tricky, but don't worry if it's not exactly the same size. The same method goes for the two holes in each key piece. Try to make all four of these holes a similar size to each other. The eyes should be as neat as you can manage. Two of the body pieces need a slit for the feet, which will go at the position shown in the template. Make this again with nail scissors. Make sure you only do it to two of the body pieces, unless you want a four-legged Bob-omb. Arrange all your cutouts like this to check you've got them all. For the first part of the sewing, we'll start at the top. Take the long top rim piece, start off with 3 loops of thread, and sew it to itself along the short edge, with blanket stitches of a light coloured thread, such as white. For guidance on doing blanket stitches, click the annotation as shown. Finish off with another 3 loops of thread. Then take the main top piece and attach it to the rim with a few more loops of thread at the seam here, to stabilise it in place. Then go around the whole circle. Take the fuse piece and coil it around on itself, so the longer sides meet, then sew them together. Now with the top of the fuse pieces, sew them together along the curvy edge with black thread. Then do a few loops of thread at the place where you finished off, attaching the black to the white at the seam. Start off on the opposite side and go around in a circle. Then turn this fuse the right way out, using a pencil to help you. Now we just need to attach the fuse to the top. Be careful that you keep the good sides inwards like this, so your blanket stitches will be on the inside. Try to line up the seam of the fuse with the seam on the blue rim. Once again, we'll do a few loops of thread on one side. Then start off on the side opposite and go all the way around. Now we'll add stuffing to the fuse, using the pencil to poke it right to the very end. Check it's gone in the whole way. Next we'll move to the feet. Pair up the sides of the feet and sew each pair together along the back and front. To make it a little bit easier to turn inside out, I suggest that you don't go all the way up the back of the foot. Then for the base, attach it on one end, then the other, and go around as before. Do this all on the other foot. Then turn each foot the right way out and add stuffing, sewing up the back with ladder stitches as you go along. Now let's move on to the front. Take the two body pieces which have foot holes in and sew them together along one long edge. I've cut this because it's just blanket stitches and you can barely see the black thread on black felt anyway. Now we'll put the feet into the holes. I'm beginning to realise how common this theme is of do a few loops of thread and then start off opposite and go around. This is the same as the way we put the fuse into the top, except with a slit rather than a circular hole. Position the eyes carefully, just a little above the centre. Start off on the back and go through the black and the white. Then do stitches through the black and out through the white, just like how we attached the spots on the mushroom tutorial. Use white thread and try to make the stitches neat, so equally spaced. Now we're going to do something a bit different. Take one of the long pieces and start off next to one of the holes. Cover this with the other long piece and take the needle through it. Then do neat stitches around the hole, going through both of the long pieces at once. To make your stitches straight, you'll have to go at an angle. Do this for both of the circular holes. Then start off at the front of the key and do the same style of stitch around the outside. Add light amounts of stuffing as you go along, poking it into the holes with a pencil. It should be like this at the end, only lightly stuffed. Next take the remaining body pieces and attach them together from the top, down halfway along this edge. When you get just before the outermost point, put the key in, with its end sticking through a little. Then sew it in place strongly. Don't sew up the rest of the back because we're going to keep this open for adding stuffing at the end. Now we'll attach the front to the back, along the whole of these two edges. Use pins or thread to line it up at the end. This is after one edge, and this is after both. Also secure the bottom by doing a few blanket stitches on the end where the key is, just to make sure the whole bottom is strong. Now we put the last pieces together. Making sure the fuse is pointing inwards, line up the seam on the top with the location of the key on the back, and do one final few loops of thread here. But this time there's a twist. We'll do loops of thread on the front, back, and sides, because this is a relatively large circle. Then go around the whole way. When you're done, turn it all the right way out. Then you're ready to add stuffing. The place to make sure the stuffing reaches is the top of the fuse, and then generally make it even all over. Now use ladder stitches to do the final seam. Finish off and you have a completed Bob-omb Plush. I think this was fairly successful. My main comments are that it's not quite spherical, so I've changed the template slightly and yours should be better. Also, I could have done a neater job with the stitches on the key. This Bob-omb's also in a sitting pose, but by moving the feet holes a bit lower, it could be in a standing pose instead. When you've made a Bob-omb Plush, you can make a video and send me the link, either in a private message or on my Twitter account, goomzilla_YT. On my Twitter you'll also find previews of next videos, updates, and some behind the scenes footage as well. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and thanks for watching.